Happy Prime Day, friends. Today is Prime Day 1, and yes, I'm going to be sharing the top 30 deals with you guys that I have rounded up from fashion, home, beauty, and baby. I was asked to cover all topics, so I'm gonna have everything broken out for y'all today based in like categories, so you can check the timestamps if there's like one category you want to shop, but I will be covering all of it, including like my top 10 things that I think are gonna be hot sellers, things that I'm looking at, things that I've loved from the past. I'm gonna be updating my Amazon storefront every hour, but I'm also gonna be on Instagram stories a lot doing those lightning deals. So this is just an overview of the top 30 deals, but those two places are gonna be where I am sharing all kinds of deals that I see all day long. Everything I am sharing in this video is gonna be linked in the description bar and the comment section based on the number that you see, so it'll be really easy to shop. We're gonna go ahead and get started with the top 10 items that I think are either gonna be top sellers based on like years past or things that I am looking at. And we will go with number 1, and that is the Samsung Frame TV. You guys, the deals this year are better than I think I've ever seen them. I mean, when I first went through the deals list, I was like, this is crazy. So this is definitely the hottest ticket item that I see everyone talk about every year, and it's actually something that my husband and I are going to be purchasing for our new home. We want to get the 65-inch and the 55 to put in 2 different locations. We saw how good this deal was last year, and so we automatically started saving. We just like knew it was something we needed, and we were still in the loan process. So now that we are so close to moving, we were like, yes, let's go ahead. Let's use Prime Day to buy them. The discount is huge. I am so excited to get this TV in because I just hate a big black screen. And I love the idea of having something that looks like artwork on my wall and not just a regular television. But hands down, like this is one of the biggest discounts and one of the hottest items that I see talked about every single year. Next up is this walking pad. This you've probably seen a lot on TikTok. I absolutely love mine. I can usually work and walk at a speed of about 2 to 2.5. Anything faster than that, I'm usually not able to get work done. So yes, you can use this as a regular treadmill. It doesn't have incline. It doesn't go above the speed of 5. It is meant to be a like work and walk at the same time kind of walking pad, but I really love just how quiet it is. My husband has been on a phone call with a coworker before right beside me when I was walking on this, and you could not hear it. Like he asked her, she was like, no, I can't hear your wife at all. And it's very easy to just pull right up and stand on its side. So if you don't always have the space for this to be laid out underneath your desk, it's very easy to lift up, like no issues at all. And I've never had any issues with it wobbling either once it is fully upright. So that is the second item that I am seeing a lot of people really talk about this year. I think that like TikTok craze hit that, but I love that one. Number 3 is this kind of customizable pot and pan set. I actually purchased this for the new home, and I shared a video of it up on my Instagram. I am so excited to use this because when I say customizable, it really is something that you can use. Like I've seen people use them as serving like dishes or cooking in these. They are non-stick, but they are PFOA free as well. If you scroll down, it will kind of tell you the details in the description of the pots and pans themselves, but I like that they're stackable. They come with lids, and then that handle is like really easy to just pop off if you need to store something or again use it as a serving dish. So these are something I think are going to be a really hot item this year, something that I definitely purchased and I'm so happy that I got, but I just like that you can kind of makeshift them to really work for you. Fourth, this was actually a top seller of mine last year, and I'm not surprised because this is an item that's most used in my home now. A Bissell cleaner of any kind, specifically if you have kids or pets, a spot cleaner is going to be a must-have. Now, I personally like the spot cleaners that have the handles like this one does, and not one that just is like rated for the floor, because I feel like a lot of our stains and spills and things like that really happen on our sofa. So this Bissell cleaner was not just a hot item last year, but a most used item in our home to this day. We have 3 animals and 1 baby. Well, toddler, and then 1 baby on the way. So it gets used on a regular basis, and I have never, not once since buying that, been like, ugh, I'm not happy with it. I'm happy with the results of our Bissell cleaner every single time. Another really good one. This is actually my exact Dyson vacuum. Now, I will talk about a Eufy at a later point in this video or tomorrow's video, but I have to say, like, People ask all the time, Eufy or Dyson, they are not one and the same. Yes, they are both vacuums, but that is like comparing like apples to brownies. They're both food, but they are completely different. So I really like to run my Eufy in one room while I am vacuuming with my Dyson in the other room, and I find that our bedroom is really where we get the bulk of the animal hair. So this is the exact vacuum I have, and it is amazing. The battery life on that, how easily it vacuums up, how well it vacuums, like everything. I feel like it just has such a good suction that I'm not running it all over the floor as many times, and it's still just like getting our floor super, super clean. There are a lot of attachments to it. My husband got me that for Christmas because after so many years of wanting it, I just was like, yeah, I think this is the time. Like, we have a kid, I think this is the time. And I have been so impressed with it since we got it, and we use it on a regular basis here. So very, very hot item this year. Number 6 is a TikTok viral product. This is actually one I fell into, the Ninja Creamy. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you guys, I hate to be this person like puts a big spin on something, but this is gonna be one that I think stock is gonna go out of really quick. So I hope that they're holding on to some items to release on Prime Day, knowing that it's coming up. But if you have not gone down Ninja Creamy TikTok, I very much so recommend it. People are making like protein ice cream with Fairlife protein shakes. I have made them and they are absolutely delicious. And you can make so much ice cream for like 200 calories and like 26 grams of protein, and it's so easy solely because of this machine. So this is one that I'm telling y'all, it is going to fly off the shelves. But I have this exact machine that you are seeing on screen, and it is amazing, like so good. And the amount of recipes that you can make, like I already bought a recipe book with ours, are just endless. My husband's a real big like milkshake person. 12 out of 10 recommend the Ninja Creamy if you can get your hands on one. Number 7 is a coat from last year. This was a top seller and definitely a favorite of mine. I adore this coat. I think it's one of the best winter coats of all time. It is, I believe, either like down or down alternative. I can never remember with that specific coat, but I will always say that I hear people talk about the sizing and they're like, oh, it fits true to size. And I completely disagree. I think that sizing up in winter stuff is always smarter because usually I'm wearing like thicker layers underneath regardless. But whenever I see people say get your true size, they're wearing it open. And that to me, I'm like, well, that defeats the purpose of the coat. So I went up one. I might have even gone up 2. I will check and put that in the description bar for you guys. But the picture that I am posting on screen, I am pregnant with Ezra. Like, I think I was like 30 weeks pregnant with Ezra. And you can't tell, and it fits like just perfectly, of course, with a big round belly, but it's one that I think you definitely need to size up at least 1 in. But super, super warm. I mean, hands down, the #1 coat that I talk about every single fall and winter, and it is on a deal this year, so grab it if you can. Another one of the best deals and a product that I carry with me every single day is this Revlon like oil control roller. Especially during the summertime, I think this is really important to have, just because you can really help get like the oil off your T-zone, anywhere off your face, but like specifically those just like really oily spots, but it's not gonna remove your makeup. Very affordable, it's really small, easy to use, just the best thing to like just throw into your handbag for when you might be just a little bit sweaty or a little bit shiny. I love this. Now these are not in order of like most favorite to least favorite, it's just the top 10, but I really should have put these as #1. These pillows I have talked about for so many years here on my channel, and they really do stay as a top seller of mine just in general, not during Prime Day. They are a down alternative pillow, and I am obsessed with these. I told y'all I got some for sham pillows, and they came in and I was very unimpressed with them because they came like fully shrink wrapped, but I let them lay out for 24 hours and almost immediately I was like, oh, I need these for my head as well. So now we have like 4 of these, and I've even told Sam, we're pillow people in this house. We have a lot of pillows on our bed, especially now that I am like massively pregnant. I find that like even with my pregnancy pillow, it's really nice to have a bunch of extras, and I want more of these. When our boys eventually one day are using regular pillows, I will most likely move to this kind because it's just hands down the best, softest, most plush, zero complaints pillow. We have had ours for 1 to 2 years at this point, and they still feel brand new. So just make sure that when you get it in, you like let it sit out for 24 hours because it does seem very flat at first, but oh, best pillows ever. And then number 10 is actually a personal favorite of mine. Now, this one comes with so many different head attachments. It comes with like an expandable arm, but it also comes with like the ability to just hold this as a small scrub brush. Now, I know that some people are very good about cleaning off their heads when they use them, and then they will use their, like, those heads on multiple surfaces throughout their homes, like in their kitchen and their bathroom. I'm just a little bit finicky about that, so that's the one thing I would say is, like, I pick and choose which ones go into my bathroom and which ones clean my kitchen, and I don't ever cross between the two, even though I do clean the heads when I'm finished with them. But this is super convenient, especially for cleaning anything that's really tough to get to, especially if you have a tile shower. And even right now, like me being so pregnant, I can't, like I find I just can't get in there and really scrub my shower the way I used to be able to. And this has helped a ton. So I love this so much. You can use it in multiple places in your home, but I'm telling y'all, there's just like the ability to change out those heads and really use them and like kind of customize your cleaning routine and like how deeply you can clean based on where you are is really, really nice. Now, number 11, we're actually just gonna start with general home deals now. These aren't like, you know, top 10 best sellers. And I will say that this is a hot and cold coffee pot. I have seen a lot of people, now I have a Ninja coffee pot. I don't have this specific one, but I have heard from a bunch of people that regardless of what kind of Ninja coffee pot they had, as long as it was a Ninja, they were pretty happy with it. So don't feel like you have to get this one coffee pot. There are a lot of Ninja products that are on sale during Prime Day, but specifically coffee pots, people are just like, yeah, like doesn't matter which one you get. If you get a Ninja coffee pot, you're gonna be happy with it. So I did want to include one that has both hot and cold drink making capabilities. And then this is actually another Ninja Creamy that is gonna be on a deal, a very good deal, but it's not the deluxe. So this one I think makes less than, like, it doesn't have as many features to it as the one that I shared in my top 10 favorites. I have the one that I shared in the top 10 favorites, but this is just another model. Now this still makes the delicious ice cream. It still has a ton of features to it, but this one is definitely already at a retail price more affordable than the other one just based on how many things. Like I think this is a 7-in-1 and the one I have is an 11-in-1. So another really good discount. Another one I think we're gonna see fly off the shelves very quickly, but it is on a deal, so I wanted to include it here too. And then the Eufy vacuum, I told you I was gonna talk about this. So again, I don't think you can compare Eufy and a Dyson, especially because this is a robot vacuum. I have been such a big fan of Eufy since like 2017. I told you we got one in our home, and if you have watched any of my Amazon videos, specifically home videos for the past few years, you know that I've been a Eufy fan for so long. So I absolutely adore our Eufy. It runs on its own. It takes itself home when it's not, you know, when it's dead and needs to be recharged. We have 2 cats and a dog, a toddler, me who has a ton of hair, and I've never felt like it is just, you know, beyond, like there's just so much hair that it just can't get it. More or less, it does kind of depend on the size of your home. So definitely check out how many square feet the battery on the Eufy can work on based on your home. I know some people will choose to either get multiple Eufys, or they just kind of understand, like, you know, my home is a little bit bigger than this one vacuum can go based off of like one charge. But we've had like, there were past times where we would like lock it in our bedroom because our bedroom just needed a deep clean, let it go until it died, and then we would charge it, and then at the end of the day have it clean the rest of the house, and it was totally fine. But whew, Eufy vacuums, I will always sing their praises. Another home deal is this iWalk. So I will say, of all the portable chargers that I have tried, this is definitely not one that has like the quickest capabilities of charging. So it's gonna take a little bit of time to get your phone up to a full charge. However, this little thing is just so tiny. And so that is very convenient because you can throw it in a clutch, you can throw it in your diaper bag, you can throw it in your car, and you don't have this like huge block that you're carrying around. So it is just kind of like you gotta pick your poison. But I personally have been very pleased with mine so far, especially just because I find that like I'm never out of my house long enough that I need a full charge. But there are sometimes I'm like, okay, I definitely need this phone to last a little bit longer, so I'll plug that up. And it's very lightweight too, so you can like hold your phone and you don't feel like you have this big clunky thing attached to it. Into the beauty deals, my favorite brand of all time, T3 Micro. They have a lot of really good products on sale this year. I know that they are a very expensive brand, so a lot of y'all wait and buy these things on sale, and I cannot recommend them enough. I actually joke, like when people say, you know, oh, which T3 product do you have? And I just say yes. Like, all of them. I have had T3 products. I've just been stockpiling and building my collection since 2018, like it was like Christmas time 2018, and I absolutely adore those curling iron straighteners, all of their products. That's what I use to curl my hair today and even straighten the ends of it. T3 is just one of the best brands, like Hot Tools wise, and so when I saw they were on the sale, I was like, yes, I have to share them. This coconut body butter, again, this is one of those I want you guys to really focus on the brand itself. So Mario Badescu in general just has so many products on Prime, but this is one of my favorites. It's a really good day cream. I've been using it a ton on my belly. I follow a lot of pregnant people on Instagram right now. I feel like everyone is pregnant. Although we are now meeting the wave of like everyone's having their babies, but a lot of pregnant women and everyone is using this on their belly during the daytime. I find that it's really great on your legs. Just a general pro tip, not just this moisturizer, definitely apply your moisturizer on your skin within the first 5 minutes of getting out of your shower, and that will make you feel the most effects of it. But this coconut body butter is just a literal dream. Like, it is the best, softest, most hydrating moisturizer for your body, and it comes in a tub that's really nice. So it's not a deal, but a lot of Mario Badescu products are on a deal during Prime Day. I wanted to include a Hot Tools brand. Now, I have used Hot Tools before. I think they're great. Of course, if I get to pick, I'm going to pick T3. That's why I'm exclusive to T3, but I know that even at the discounted rate, sometimes that's just such an expensive price. So I wanted to include a more affordable brand in here that I have used in, it was very, very long time ago that I used Hot Tools. But I know some people that use Hot Tools exclusively now. So good curling iron brand, good straightener brand, like good Hot Tools brand in general. But I personally just don't use them now, but I have seen that they are on a really good deep discount during Prime Day. So wanted to include one here for y'all as well. Mighty Patches are superior. There are other brands out there that claim to be as good. No, they're not. They're just not. Mighty Patch is the best. These are acne patches that I have talked about with you guys for so many years now. You can put these on whether you have the acne, like already, like the little spot already on your skin, or you can put it on when you feel a bump coming up. Sleep in it overnight. They don't come off. They're very, very sticky, and it makes the biggest difference. Every time I talk about Mighty Patch, I have to share the story because it really helps you understand. My sister-in-law, night before her wedding, came to me. She was like, I started my period. I literally have the biggest bump on my chin. And I told her, she was wearing makeup. It was like 4 or 5 in the evening. I went and grabbed some Mighty Patch, like a whole little strip of them. And I went and I took them to her and I said, listen, go home, take your makeup off, put this on, go to bed, wake up tomorrow, take it off, wash your face, put on a brand new patch, and then don't take it off until it's time to do your makeup. And I kid you not, that girl's skin was flawless less than 24 hours later. So I had a bump like right here on my wedding day, and I will never forget it. It was really annoying. No one can see it, but I knew it was there. Had I known about Mighty Patches at the time, like this is now something I take everywhere. If I'm like in a wedding, going somewhere overnight, I need to look good for the next day, I take it and I let everybody know. I'm like, you got a bump? I got some Mighty Patches. This travel bag is great. It fits full size products in it. I have talked about this for many, many years, so I was very happy to see that it was on Prime Day this year, but you have to get the large if you want it to hold all of your full size products. If you get the medium, I think it still holds decent amount of products, like as far as size goes, but I know the large will literally take like a Tula bottle of like face wash. It will put like the whole thing. You can fit the whole thing in there with no issues. So I do like that, and you can fully zip it up. I've never had any issues with it busting open or not providing enough storage for me. So I really do love this, but just make sure you get the large. This gym bag actually kind of reminds me of like the base weekender bag. So I wanted to include it. It looks really nice. But this one is labeled not as like a weekender bag, it's labeled as like a true gym bag, specifically I think because of the bottom compartment for your shoes. So I know a couple of you guys said that like fitness things were something you were interested in for Prime Day, so when I saw this, I definitely wanted to include it. Now we are into the fashion, and I have to say, again, like Levi's, you know, shorts and pants, whatever, I'll link these for y'all, but Levi's brand entirely is like kind of one that I just see across the board has incredible sales, like incredible discounts during Prime Day. So while I can't tell you how sizing goes, because I find that, at least for just my experience with them, Levi's seems to be that brand that like every single thing just fits differently. So I really encourage you guys to, one, make sure you don't take the tags off of anything until you've tried it on, but two, check the size charts. Their size charts are usually pretty accurate, especially if you look at the review section and kind of compare the two. They're just different. They have different sizing, but regardless, Levi's brand entirely, very good discounts across the board. Number 22, these shoes are amazing. I have them in 4 colors. They are the most gorgeous heels, very simple, fit true to size, but again, the drop is like the brand itself from Amazon, and I just basically see 100% of like the drop is on Prime Day deals this year, and the quality of the drop products are so good. That's like one of Amazon's like nicer brands, so I definitely recommend checking them out. I'm telling you, those heels, comfy, like don't hurt your feet after wearing them for a long period of time, come in a ton of colors, casual, dressy. I mean, you can do anything you want with those heels. They are a really good one. And then this is another brand. So the Gym, I think it's the Gym People, is this entire brand. Now the rules are kind of finicky and I see some people say it, but I'm just gonna be careful here. So I'm not gonna say the name brand, but this brand kind of creates products that are similar to that other brand that starts with an L, and that's all I'm really gonna say about that. So these are a look for less to that brand that starts with an L. Again, don't put the word in the comment section. I see so many different things, and so many people, like some people get in trouble for, you know, just straight up calling out the brands. I don't know. But if you like that athletic wear brand that starts with an L, that's very expensive, this is the brand that actually has look for less items. And everything that I have ever purchased from them, short shirts, sports bras, tank tops, all of it, so high quality. Now, glasses, again, these are something that are specific to every person. I actually have these on my wish list because I just love the way they look, but Ray-Bans last year were another one I saw pretty much across the board. Men's and women's Ray-Ban glasses are a huge discount, so I recommend getting your hands on some Ray-Bans if you are a Sunnies girl and you do want to splurge a little bit. Y'all know I'm about a good pair of affordable Amazon Sunnies, but I will just say Ray-Bans are very high quality, very good glasses, and I find that across the board, they have a ton of really good sales during Prime Day. This coat for number 25 is giving very like Nordstrom vibes to me. It already though is at such a good price retail that the discount makes it even better. So I love how chic and sleek this coat looks. It looks very fancy, very high end. So this is like an individual item that I wanted to link, but I'm almost positive this is either Amazon Basics or also the drop. So again, just kind of like brand wide, you're gonna see a lot of discounts there, but this coat, it is beautiful. And then I will touch on baby items here. I did get a lot of requests for those, so I'll be covering a lot more of that stuff over on my Instagram, but a lot of you guys really asked for just a couple things. One, a lot of you guys said pack and plays. Honestly, I think pack and plays are amazing. I know some people who don't use theirs a ton, but I just find that it's like so great for just a catch-all, like a touchdown. If you are traveling somewhere, we have friends who have theirs like set up in their living room and have since their daughter was born. Like for them, it's just so much easier to basically have everything there for her. Change of clothes, you know, they use it as like a changing station, just all kinds of stuff. And so they really like to use theirs for kind of like a catch-all. Again, we bought ours to take like to the lake when we're going out somewhere because it's just easier when your baby still has an environment they're comfortable with. But I like the attachments on this one because it does also come with like a separate changing pad and then that big dome at the top. So I think that Graco pack and plays, like they're one that are really good price just as is, but especially when you're gonna find them on this Prime Day deal, definitely get like the most Mac Daddy like decked out one that you can find because they're just such a good price point. You're gonna use it so much already that it's almost better to have all of that extra stuff because you will end up using it. And then this swing, like I saw someone the other day that joked, she said like, I think she said like they call this the third parent or something, and she was like, I would marry this if I could, I would get one for myself if I could. This is like why I was able to shower, to eat, to get, like I'm telling you, when Ezra was like newborn to 4 months old, for him, it wasn't even like he didn't care if you were holding him or not. It was just he wanted that movement, that sway. And there were so many times that, like, yes, he was definitely comforted if I was holding him, but sometimes he was just like, I want to just like rock. And like if I was sitting down while I was holding him, like I could tell he was just kind of antsy. You can put your baby in this swing, and I'm telling y'all right now, that thing followed me around this house. It is the best baby product of all time. We will absolutely have that set up and ready to go for baby number 2 when he comes home, because that thing is amazing. Like, I totally agree with that girl on TikTok. That's why I was able to like function as a new mother and feel normal. Like if I wanted to take 10 minutes to put on makeup, which you better not feel guilty for doing if you are a new mother. You are allowed to shower and get ready, and it's not called self-care. That's just you literally doing something for yourself and like taking 5 minutes to get ready. Then this is going to help you achieve that, and it's not like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And also I found that Ezra really grew into this one well, whereas other swings I see are really only good for like newborn 1-month-olds. This swing held him for a pretty good amount of time. This jogging stroller is amazing. It's also a gravel stroller, so this is why I use this one a lot, is because it actually is really good for outside like bumpy roads. It doesn't like make Ezra like jump like this. And y'all know I'm all about a good daily walk, so I have been using this nonstop with him now that it is actually brighter outside and pretty. And so I love using this one for him, but had I known that I was gonna get pregnant so freaking fast, then we would have moved on to what is number 29. And that is the same exact brand, but the double stroller version. So the double stroller, I definitely am going to be purchasing right around the time that the baby can, probably when he can like sit up on his own. I find that this is definitely a stroller that's a little bit more for bigger kids, but it's something that you can get outside. It easily folds up and folds down. It is relatively lightweight to be as big of a stroller as it is. It has cup holders all over it. I just love this brand, and y'all have probably heard me talk about this non-stop on my Instagram. And then for number 30, I love the Honest brand. We actually, because I saw the discount, I was like, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and buy the baby like a bunch of diapers on the Prime Day, because we don't have any diapers for the new baby, and Honest is just one of those brands we use literally from the day Ezra got home, and we have been so happy with them. Now, I don't think they're overnight diapers or anything to write home about. I don't think they're great. I think they to me seem like just regular diapers, but I really love their Honest, just like daytime diapers for Ezra. He is now almost 15 months old. Actually, by the time you're seeing this, he will already be 15 months old, and that is the only diaper brand we've used. So we really love them, and they're on a huge discount. The wipes are also great too, so I wanted to include them in today's video. And that is it for today's video. Did I talk fast enough for y'all? I know that like being pregnant, definitely, I remember doing this last year. I was like, I'm out of breath all the time. But like, I'm trying to like not be that person that just is too chatty Cathy, so I tried to get these deals out fast, but just make sure that you guys are following me on my Amazon storefront and my Instagram, because those are the 2 places I'm going to be updating just all day. So thank y'all for watching. Definitely make sure to click the subscribe button. Come back tomorrow for day 2. We are talking completely different deals. I am so excited to share them with y'all. Love you so much, and I will see you in my next video.